You ever just have moments where you're just like, that's a cruel, fucked up joke from God or whatever higher power out there just wants to fucking spite me for a good time? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. The shit that happens to me is actually so astronomically fucking stupid that it just makes me think that the writer of my life is just some stupid, dim-witted fucking idiot who just wants to just, like, do whatever for the sake of the fucking plot. Anyway, if you couldn't tell from my mood, I am in a very not so great mood. It is 70 fucking degrees. I'm sweaty as fuck. I'm miserable and I am full of hatred. I'm trying to stay optimistic and keep my cool. But last night, I remember I was like, oh boy, look at me. I finally have a point in time where I'm not tripping over any man that I'm dating or not dating. Like, my life finally passes the fucking Bechdel test. Oh, look at me. I'm also, like, actually getting momentum to do, like, hobbies and be motivated in my life and having things I'm looking forward to and friends and allies. And you know what? Life is actually starting to turn up. And then last night, this fucking guy I haven't talked to in ages, he was like, hey, guess what? That guy you ever crush on, he was at that open mic last night that you didn't go to. He's really nice and he's single. And it's like, bitch ass nigga, I'm pretty sure you know that we already hooked up and how it was so fucking a bad idea that we hooked up that it had lasting damage on my brain. And if you're like, isn't that a bit over dramatic? How can a hookup leave lasting damage? Well, I've had a lot of hookups. I'm kind of experienced in that department, for one. Number two, I'll put it this way. I was already mentally unstable. He knew that. He did a lot of stupid shit along the way. We still hooked up. It was a terrible idea. And let's just say I had an extremely bad mental spiral that just made me like, yeah, I don't want to keep living like this. And then next thing you know, because my friend told me that, or so-called friend, they're still allies with my rapist. They're not fucking cool. Very fucking shitty of them to actually even message me that. They claim it was in good spirit, but it's like, no, I'm pretty sure you saw the crash outs and everything about that. And then next thing you know, I was up until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. last night just staring at pictures that I have of the guy I hooked up with, Boomerang Dick. That's his nickname if you haven't caught on. And I was just staring at Facebook pictures from 2015 that he had, just thinking, oh my god, I wish that things were different between us. I wish that we could have been friends. I wish that we never hooked up. It was such a. And then I just got angsty again. Thankfully, though, I don't know, I sent him a few messages because I guess I was like, I don't know, I was feeling nihilistic and mentally ill, but I was still feeling like optimistic. I was like, I don't want to be your enemy. I'd like to be your friend, basically. And then I went to bed otherwise okay. And then I remember I was like, oh boy, I know what I'm gonna do to cheer myself up in the morning. I'm going to, if I wake up early somehow throughout all of this, I promise myself I'm gonna go out first thing in the morning. I'm gonna go to this really nice neighborhood I like. I'm gonna get some Starbucks or like a nice little coffee drink or some ice water. I'm gonna take a walk around like this really nice neighborhood, maybe even visit the beach for a bit, just like, and get in touch with nature and feel all the beauty that life has to offer now that I have the opportunity and the freedom. And I was really feeling so optimistic, but then luck be a lady, cause it's a fucking bitch. I did not find my keys. I don't have many places my keys could be. I checked my jeans pockets, not there. I checked my purse, not there. I checked the one single bag I had, not there. I was like, okay. I even checked in the storage ottoman I have, just in case it somehow fell in there. I checked the whole thing, couldn't fucking find it. I checked every fucking where I can possibly think to check. And it doesn't help that my bedroom is cluttered because, I'm mentally unstable, if you haven't noticed from the hair. I'm mentally unstable as fuck. And I was like, I'm just gonna take a nice little walk for nature, come home, like all caffeined up and full of optimism and energy, even more so than when I woke up this morning. And I'm gonna be so astronomically happy. And I'm just gonna be able to like organize my bedroom without any sort of like confusion in my mind, any hesitancy. I will go in with a clear mind and a functioning brain. Did that happen? Fuck no. And then and that pissed me off. It pissed me off so much that I actually just like it didn't get me straight to suicidal. But I did say a few times, God, I swear to God, if you don't give me my fucking keys, I will kill myself. I'm not your strongest soldier. I still didn't get my keys, so he probably knew I was bluffing a little bit. But it's like, and I kind of thought to myself, I will sit here all day and rot out of spite. I will fuck up my whole day. I swear to fucking God, you better send me some sign about where my keys could possibly be, or I'm gonna fucking ruin my own day. But then I thought, no, that's stupid, because knowing God, he fucking hates me. So let me go ahead and like not give him the satisfaction. Have you ever heard that quote from the Boondocks where it's like, I know what God really wants, damn it. He wants me to kill my motherfucking self, but I won't give that motherfucker the satisfaction. I just kind of switched into that energy since threatening to kill myself to God didn't work, because it's like, you know. Yeah. And so I was like, I'm gonna cook a breakfast. I did successfully cook a breakfast. Right in front of me, I have like some pretty good crispy bacon, a nice spinach omelet with some mushroom and umami powder and some 3-cheese Mexican cheese in it. I made a cup of peppermint tea. But what really pissed me off is as I was making the food, I was already in a bad mood. I was like, I am holding on for dear life. I need this bacon to not burn, or else I sincerely think I will actually, not even kidding, kill myself. Thankfully, I did not burn my bacon. I was grateful as fuck. You know what did happen though? As I was trying to flip my bacon so it could cook evenly on both sides, my spatula just said, fuck this shit, and then made the bacon flip. And then just like it flipped directly onto my hand. And then I got basically my pinky is now red and blistering slowly because it had scalding hot bacon grease and sizzling hot meat slammed on it. Damn, I could use some sizzling hot meat slammed on me. Sorry. That would cure a headache fast. God. I don't want to make too many dirty jokes, or else I'm going to get weird comments. But yeah, I'm so close to losing my ever-loving shit. I'm trying to have a good day, and I'm mad because it's like I've been so focused on trying to... Like, a part of me is holding myself accountable. It's like, hey, Tamia, are you trying to have a bad day by not letting this go and release? Maybe. But guess what? Maybe. Just maybe. I could just have a morning where I wake the fuck up and I find my keys and I go out and socialize and drink coffee. Like, it was such a solid plan. I don't like wrenches thrown in my plan. I used to be the type of person that could just let shit roll off my back like a duck in the water. But simply put, not any fucking more. Because I'm mentally unstable. I can't do the same shit I could before. And I know that's like such a self-fulfilling prophecy, so I probably shouldn't even say that. But I'll put it to you like this. I can do anything I want, but it sucks that the things I actually want, where it's like I'm going to have a nice stroll with a cup of coffee. That's what I wanted. You couldn't get me that. You just suddenly went, hey, Tamia, your keys, which are usually in one of the same 5 places, are just fucking gone. So you can't leave your house even if you wanted to for some fresh air, and you have to stay in your muggy, funky, busted, cluttered bedroom and just raw. Like, no. I was finally feeling like I had, like, I just woke up, and for the first time in ages, I didn't feel like overbearing. I wasn't thinking about a man. I wasn't stressing over if a man texted me or not, or if a man was suffering properly after he fucked me over, or thinking about like a man's eyes. I just woke up and I was like, this is the one thing I want, and it'll make me so happy to just not have a man or anything stupid be like a sense of dopamine or joy. No drama, no lust, just like, how do I put this? I have a running. Sometimes it feels like I'm punished for trying to be a good person. Sometimes it feels like it's a punishment by God whenever I actually do try to live in a way that seems like... I'm not even religious, I just like to talk about God sometimes. Like, metaphorically. But if there was a God, simply put, I'm doing shit you like. I'm avoiding lust. I'm avoiding greed. If this is one of your tests, I'm about to fucking fail it, dude, because you're about to make me crash the fuck out. I'm trying to be a good person. Stop sending me tests. Simply put, I'm one of those people where it's like I'm so mentally unstable and unhinged that you really just gotta go, maybe we should just let her have a morning where like she doesn't have things fucked up in her life for once. And then maybe that would have like a huge domino effect where she actually gets her life together. Unless I'm just like, something I also think about sometimes is like fate. Like, what if I am just fated to be this way or that way? Like, I don't know, sometimes I remember actually, yeah, I guess I'll talk about it. There was this guy I was talking to, let's call him Abe. He has a big social media following, this and that. We were talking for a bit. Let's just say, like, he was doing little things that he knew would upset me. And then, like, I tried to communicate it, he ignored it. And then I crashed out really fucking hard. Got embarrassed over it. Crashed out even harder. Things got messy. And let's just say, eventually it was like, I tried really hard to just be a good friend to that guy, but maybe it was just like I should have not been a friend because he wasn't being a friend to me in the first place. Maybe I'm just fated to be that way. Maybe it's good that I am the way that I am. Maybe it's good that I'm mentally unstable and I'm ready to take my fucking life over like a piece of bacon touching my hand and burning it, or over not finding my keys, because sometimes necessary evil happens. Because let's just say the result of my crash outs led to multiple women finding out, holy shit, you were talking to Abe, he was talking to me at the same time too. He has a thing for neurodivergent women or women who are suffering. Because and like a woman came up to me, she was like, I have cancer, and he knows that, but he was still trying to use up all of the spoons I have. That's a metaphor. If you haven't heard the term, using spoons just means like if you're someone who's mentally unstable or like has certain health conditions, like physically or mentally, you can't do the same things as everything else. Your life is like 70% harder because you can't exert much energy. And so she was like, yeah, he's been taking up all my time and energy just monologuing in my DMs and trying to be horny. And it's like, sir, I can barely even function enough to eat. Why do you think I have enough energy to spare for you to just take up more time in my life selfishly? And multiple women, because I was crashing out online and being a fucking mess, found out. And it's like, oh, okay. And shit, what was hidden got revealed, I guess. Or I don't know, sometimes, like, it's also like a domino effect or like the butterfly effect or whatever. But simply put, someone once said maybe sometimes bad luck is good luck. Because there have been, actually, funny enough, with the guy my friend told me about, the guy I hooked up with, Boomerang Dick. I remember the way we actually first even started talking about hooking up. I remember I was like, I'm going to have such a good night tonight. I'm going to go to this comedy show and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then I left out looking good, smelling good. And then I not only ran into one of my mom's like best friends who was a passive aggressive cunt to me about the, like, she's a nice lady, but not about my mother. It's like, simply put, it's like, yeah, you should just, sorry if you watch this video and you're like, oh, Tamia got called a cunt. Well, then again, do I really feel bad? No, because you were being a cunt. Fuck you. So I ran into a friend of my estranged mother and estranged family, and that was already bad. I fucking hate that. But then also on top of that, I then, oh yeah, I went to that comedy show and I saw this dude who has rape allegations and knows that I also told people about his rape allegations further when he was trying to diminish his image. And he tried to, like, be passive aggressive and weird as fuck. And I just left. And I went home and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, I want one good night. Can I have one good fucking night? But you know what happened instead? I just went home looking sexy as fuck. I recorded a bunch of content for YouTube because I was like, okay, let me not waste the makeup look. I made some of my funniest videos that I still have to upload. And then on top of that, I was like, you know what? Like, I got home, I checked Facebook. Guess what? The guy, Boomerang Dick, he actually ended up responding to me. I was actually sad most of the day because he hadn't responded to me on some messages, but then he finally did respond just around the time I got home. And he was like, oh, hey. Then, like, we got to talking and conversation was flowing pretty well. And then one thing led to another, and we know what happened. Whew. I still think it was a very bad idea for us to hook up, but it was very sexy, and to an extent I needed it, so, whew. Or I don't know, like, sometimes you meet bad people to show you what you really, really want and need in your life and require from people. Like, hell, actually, I remember I crashed out over my buddy Seamus because at some point he was being really disrespectful to me in a bunch of different ways. But because I did that, it led to a lot of good things. He decided, oh, okay, you know what? Like, I'm slowly separating from the girl I like because she's bad for me. Also, some friends have left me behind because they noticed I do the same shit as well. And and then he would just go down the list of like all these different things that like happened to him. Like, he was like, my life just took a downward spiral. I needed someone to talk to and you weren't around, and I realized how bad I treated you and I made you feel alone just like me. And he also talked about how he went back to AA and started working out and eating more healthy and trying to get into therapy and stuff. And it's like, sometimes bad happens for the sake of good. Like, hell, I don't know what the fuck happened recently. I got like a weird, like, that video I posted, it went from like 200, 300 views to 20 fucking K. And now I'm getting weird comments on every single video. But you know what? It's a blessing because now it's like, okay, I can monetize my fucking channel now. Yippee! It boosts it to the algorithm. If only the algorithm would boost it to the right fucking people. But, what's a few hate comments if it means getting paid? Sometimes I think that I am supposed to be the way I am. Like, I am supposed to just be like, how do I put this? Is it bad that I've had so many threats of restraining orders against me and people like being fucking tormented by me whenever I was crashing out really, really hard, especially in my teen years? Yes. But on the bright side, I guess because I did that, whenever I do meet someone who also has similar antics, I'm able to console them. Like, I remember once on Reddit, this dude was confessing, like, I'm really obsessed with my ex. I can't stop thinking about her. She's not returning any of my calls or texts. She said she broke up with me like a few months ago, but I can't stop trying to contact her from different numbers and this, and that. And all the people in the comments were like, you're fucking crazy. I just was the only person to be like, hey, listen, buddy, I've been like you before. I know how that feels. It's not a good feeling. I know. You feel like she's your entire world. But listen, there's a lot more beauty in life. Simply put, like I've been like you, and then enough time passed, and then I was like, oh, actually, you know what, that person was problematic in this way and that way and that way. And then you think you can't meet better people, but you do. And I just sent him this like nice little mini paragraph essay about like, hey dude, you are still lovable. Don't feel ashamed for who you are as a person. You're only human. It makes sense, you had a very long lasting connection and you really do care for her. The only thing is you should probably like be caring for yourself more, and if anything, hell, sometimes life can work out easier. Like, and I even told him, it's like I've had people in my life where we've had falling outs or crashed out, but then guess what, we went, like I healed, they healed, we somehow got back in each other's lives as friends or romantically or anything. But even then, by the time I got done healing, I didn't even care about that person anymore, and I actually found people who were like 10 times better or more respectful or more lovely and thoughtful and intentional, and you deserve that. And I sent him this message. I said a lot more, but I guess it did something well because he thanked me profusely, and I still hope that kid's doing well. I really do. So I guess, some things happen, and I don't know, not all bad has to stay bad. I was mad today because I thought I want today to be a good day, and I had a list of things I wanted to do because I woke up so early, but at the top of my mind, I was like, I would really love this walk and this stroll. And I'm still, but at the same time, guess what? Just because I didn't do that doesn't mean I can't do it later in the day. I can still enjoy my peppermint tea and my bacon and my eggs before they get cold, and I can still enjoy my life. And then maybe I'll get lucky after a little bit of like organizing this here and there. I can actually, maybe I'll find my keys, and then maybe I'll actually be at the Starbucks at the perfect time. Like, who knows? There's probably some alternate reality where I could have went to the Starbucks and had an awful fucking time. But instead, I went to the Starbucks. Like, or hell, maybe by the time I can make it out to that Starbucks before they close, I end up meeting someone who could be a great new best friend, or something happens that's good. Also, this ties into what I was saying about how sometimes good luck can be bad luck and bad luck can be good luck. Like, you could win the lottery, and then you could cash in the ticket, and then like someone that you hate can find out about it and then decide to harass you from that day forward for money. Or like you could, like, someone online, they posted this video about how they were jogging in the street with their dog ran into the street, they chased after the dog, and then they ended up getting hit by a car, and that fucking sucked. They broke their leg, and then they had to go to the hospital, but then at the hospital they met this really cute nurse and they had a lot in common. And then next thing you know, that became his wife of like several years. And there's probably some alternate timeline where if he didn't like deal with that. Like if he didn't, like if his dog decided not to do that, or if he went to a different, actually no, if his dog decided not to run into the street, or if he didn't chase after his dog, it could have been a very different story. Or if they took a different road that day. But everything worked out perfectly, and now he's with a woman that he truly, truly loves. I'm still mad as fuck about my finger. This shit hurts. I gotta put some Aquaphor on it or something. But I feel a little better. The day, it's still a nice, beautiful day. It's sunny, and I can do a little bit here and there. And even if I just say, you know what, fuck this shit, I don't have the energy to clean my room, or I can't find my, like, I don't know. I would hope to find my keys. I actually do have an event I was planning all fucking week to go to, and I finally have the cute outfit for it and everything. So I am kind of pissed because it's like, come on now. I'm finally, I got enough energy to go to a laundromat and clean my fucking outfit and do this and do that. Like, come on now. But, you know, life has a way. But, hell, actually, I remember at some point oh yeah, there's been moments where people have, like, canceled on me for plans, and then I'll be at home crying and sad. And then next thing you know, it'll be like Morgan or JC will hit me up and they'll be like, hey, you want to meet up? And then next thing you know, like something great could happen. I could get like a fuck ton of money, or I have the best sex ever, or I have a fun time jamming to music and like joking around with them, or we just simply have a nice deep talk that like resonates with me. Sometimes good can come from bad, or like a lot of like. So I guess I'm just staying optimistic. Like, you know what? I still have all the potential in the world. Like, nothing is inherently wrong. Everything's still going right in my life. Everything is still good. There's nothing inherently bad. It feels bad, and like some things do suck. It does suck that I can't really walk around my room properly because all of the clutter, and because of that, it's going to be a little bit harder to detangle my hair. It doesn't mean it's impossible. And then, like, maybe because of the clutter, instead of me going, I'm gonna go out to that party tonight wearing like a wig, or I need to have the most luscious Letitia wig from Sensational slapped on my head and it needs to be teased and panicking, maybe instead it'll just be like, oh my god, you know what? Let me just get like, just do my cute little earrings, have my afro out, and then maybe I'll attract some people who will still call me beautiful that night and adore me and treat me great. Also, yeah, like, also another example, I remember that I was gonna have dance classes with Riley, that guy I got in a fight with, or fought his ex over. That was stupid. Well, I didn't instigate the fight. That bitch should have not put her fucking hands on me. Thank God the scar on my neck healed. Honestly, I hope she gets arrested. But I swear to fucking God, bitch. Like, how do I put this? We were gonna do like a dance class. We were gonna do like cross dressing in a dance class, and it was gonna be fun. But instead, like, I right as I was gonna head out, and I was already running late, and hungry as fuck, and sort of irritable, and I was like, uh oh, am I what out? Like, I was panicking over what to wear, what to bring, all that for the dance class, and then right as I was just about to step out the fucking house, guess what? I stepped on a shard of glass that I guess somehow didn't get picked up when I swept up some glass, and then my foot started bleeding profusely. You know what happened? We changed plans. Instead, I got to, it's like, we found out, we made the most of it. We were like, hey, you know what? Let's just go to the mall, check out things, go to the food court, and then let's go to fucking, what's that place? Oh, yeah, then I saw Deadpool versus Wolverine, and I had a bunch of amazing pictures taken of me that I love to this day. And then I thought to myself, what good luck that I finally met a guy who's right for me. And then the next morning I got punched in the nose by a stupid fucking ex and everything fell apart so bad and I got traumatized. But you know what also happened? I had the video go viral with 1 million fucking views on my Instagram. I had the other video with me talking about what the fuck happened, hit 20,000 views. Simply put, like, hey, it still worked out. And now I actually have a bunch of followers and can get monetized. Sometimes bad can come from good. I guess I'm just wondering what good's gonna come today, and I would like to be pleasantly surprised. God, if you're listening, or the universe, or whatever higher power, if you're listening, I want to be. I open the invitation for you to genuinely surprise me with how good today can get. Show me how good it can get. Because, like, I tried to be good today, and it didn't work out, so I'm gonna trust you and say, show me how good it can truly get. And make me feel actually happy that I stayed the fuck inside and didn't go out, okay? God bless. Peace out.